Hey, 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 we're back. We're black. We're brown. Ambition. Hey, Mandra, how you doing?
Oh, hanging in there. I feel like Mercury's in retrograde and the world is coming to get me. So I am in my bunker. I don't want to leave this house.
Well, your hair is cute. I was like, ooh, I like this updo in the back.
Oh, thank you. I finally got my new pattern product in the mail.
Ooh, it's doing you good, girl. These girls is popping.
What's up with you?
I finally got my Webby Award in the mail.
Hey, better late than never. When you started posting, I'm like, is this old content from May?
No, literally, I got it that day. And I was like, at first I thought they'd sent me mine and yours. I was like, why do I have two? Then I remember that we were doubly amazing. And because we won 2 Webby Awards. Yes, girl. Pull that thing out.
Doesn't it feel like you want an award to feel?
Yes.
It feels like there's weight to it.
See, if you watch this on YouTube like you ought to do, then you could see Mandi's holding up one of her 2 Webby Awards. And if you're not familiar, the Webby Awards is an international internet award for excellence. So all things internet, and it's an international award, well respected. This year, Meg Thee Stallion won, Drew Barrymore, a bunch of other people, and Brown Ambition won too. Webby said, in business, y'all the best. And then Webby said, let's ask the people what they think about the business podcast. And the people said, y'all the best. So yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Oh, I'm so glad that you got them. So that means you finally checked your P.O. box, right? Or your office mail?
They mailed it to my house. It just literally came and I was like, what's this? And then I started opening them and I was like, oh, my Webby Award. Oh, they sent me Mandi's too. And I was like, wait a minute. We got uno, dos. So
listen.
Yeah, it was good times.
Yes, I'm excited. It's nice to have that, it's nice. We have y'all's love, but it's nice to get a little something, a little recognition. We're also nominated for a Plutus Award. We've been nominated several times. I don't think we've ever won a Plutus, which is like the personal finance, nerd award. And I'm actually going to be there at FinCon in a couple of weeks where they will be announcing the winners. So if we win, I will try to represent.
Yeah, bring something cute, girl, so you can get on that stage and be like, I just want to dedicate this award to all my haters.
So anxious about people are going to see me from the top of my boobs down. And I don't think people have seen that much of me. I'm going to have to wear a bra. You guys don't understand when I tell you my bras, I do not know where they even are in my closet because I have not worn them in so long. I don't want to wear a bra so badly that I bought those little chicken cutlet pasties that just cover the nipple. So when I go to daycare pickup, it's not scandal.
I can't.
They cut into my sides. I even was looking at
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
I'm a sports bra girl these days just because at the house, because it's just so uncomfortable to your point. But I'm like, oh, let me not look crazy on this live. Let me just wear this sports bra. At least there's some cushion. But the other day,
I might buy a bralette 3 times bigger than what I need so that I don't even feel it. It's just catching.
I know the men's, they don't understand.
They don't.
I was watching this. This is just random. I was watching this documentary. It just had me thinking, remember last week we talked about how, so many of the girls, meaning the people who are doing well in business, but are having a hard time behind the scenes. So I was watching this documentary of, I think it was Insider, of the guys who robbed Kim Kardashian in Paris. Remember that time she was in Paris and they ran up in her... Yeah. And so they called them I forget what they called them, but basically these guys ranged in age from 66 to 72. They were OG robbers.
Wait a second.
Basically. Mm-hmm. You gotta watch this documentary. It's literally so it's been
they
trending.
Caught them though?
They caught them because one of them left his DNA behind. And so they spent 22 months in jail or something. And so they basically asked him, and it was Vice. Well, Vice did a documentary about it too, a mini documentary. But they asked them, why did you rob Kim Kardashian? Did you feel bad? He was like, well, honestly, I'm not really on social media, but my granddaughter basically was showing me, here's this rich person. And she was talking, she was flashing her ring and talking about her money. And, yes. And he said, oh, she don't really want that thing. So he was old school, back in the day. Robert, him and his, literally it's like a movie. He got the old crew together. It was let's go get that money. And he said literally he was able to track every moment of her day because she posted everything real time on social media. And you should have seen me. So they did like a broader, they didn't just do the Kim Kardashian guy. They also like interviewed other people who were robbing folks. And they were basically like, yo, social media has been, he said, back in the day, you used to have to stalk outside someone's house and watch. He said, I don't have to do that anymore. He said, one, I can know exactly where you are, at least the area, because on your social media, I can see your geolocation. Two, you have a picture of you holding all this cash. I'm like, bet they have cash. Three, you're talking about, I'm going to be ... here tonight. It's like, say less. I'll come get that watch, you know? Yeah. And I just thought, you know, like, it's so crazy whether, you know, you're Kim Kardashian or just a regular person, how much we actually share and how much we put ourselves in danger by sharing what we share. And, you know, like people wanting to come and steal your watch or money or things like that. And I just was just like, to watch it was really like eye-opening because I don't really post like, you know, like that kind of stuff anymore. But I used to be like, you know, it was fun. Like, oh, I'm out here. Like, oh, we went to here. I'm about to get on, you know, you don't think about it. Or like, I'm on vacation, basically come rob my house. You know, yeah. So it's just, I just wanted to get your feedback on that like, woof. How does that make you feel? Like knowing that like, yikes, the people be watching.
I feel like maybe because I've covered personal finance for so long and I covered like cyber crime and like people stealing. And one of the tips experts would always say is do not post on social media when you're going on vacation. And one of my good friends, like a family friend, just posted this weekend a picture of her kids at the airport because they're about to go to, you know, on a trip. And I was like, are you at the airport now? Is this an old photo? Like, don't post that right now because literally now everyone knows that you're going to be gone for an extended period of time at your house. So I don't know. In the back of my mind, I've always felt that way. So a lot of the stuff I post is from the day after or, you know, the week after or whatever. But yeah, I don't know if there's a way to like I don't think that like Instagram tracks your location, right? Well, I mean, unless you put the location.
Does. Well, this is what Instagram, every time I come on, like, cause you know, I always take the app off my phone cause toxic. So whenever I download the app again and I sign in, it always says, before I post something, do I want to have approximate location or pinpointed location? That doesn't give me an opportunity to say neither as far as I can tell. And so I always say approximate, obviously, cause I'm just like, ooh, child. But it is really scary, you know, like in this day and age, it's just really crazy because one of the things that the robber said, he said, it's like heroin to influencers that the attention they get for showing off their financial gains. Yeah. And literally they had just interviewed a young woman who her whole apartment was ransacked just a few months prior. And she asked her, what are you doing now to protect yourself? She was saying the same things, you know, I don't post real time. But the interviewer went out with her and partied with her friends. And literally in the interview, she's showing off her watch. Yeah, this watch I bought for this. And then the interviewer said, like, after leaving her and her friends at the party, she said, now let me check her Instagram, and looked at her stories. And in her stories, it showed exactly where she was. Cause she's like, I just left her. So she's currently there now, exactly what she's doing. It's like, I wonder, like, what is that need for validation so much that after putting your life at risk and almost having it taken, you put your life at risk again, like soon after.
Instant gratification. Yeah. There must be some kind of like chemical, like a hit of something like it, the dopamine receptors in our brains or whatever it is that make when you eat sugar and it's like more.
Yes.
A little bit of that. I'm like everyone else. I get that little bit of like a, you know, when you see something on you posted, has like gotten a lot of attention. You get that little bit of like gratification. I'm suspicious of that feeling though. I can at least be like, I think we should all be suspicious of that feeling and just ask, why do you need that? You know, and are you okay without it? I'm very at peace. If you came in my house and took something, I'd still be all right. You know, what you want? My zucchinis and my squashes? Those are my babies. You want the caterpillars?
For real. Like, it's true. There's nothing really to take over here. I'm like, I don't really carry cash on me. I mean,
as long as I got my baby and maybe husband on a good day.
Depending on the day, right?
You can, however, if you'd like a 60-pound mutt, you can take Molly Ann.
Don't do that to Molly. Molly's like, oh, word? Okay, I got
if you can carry her, you can have her.
No, but yeah, it just had me thinking like a lot like, you know, because it's really hard. Honestly, social media, I just was like, I jumped down the rabbit hole of just watching of what it's done to people's psyche, watching financial affluence being touted on social media. how there's this huge raise in like, cyber crimes and just like, depression and just you feeling you're comparing yourself. Do you remember when you first went on? Like, I remember like Facebook was the only thing, but I remember when I first came on Facebook and there were people who I knew in real life, because back then you just follow people that you knew. But I remember being like, wait, he's on that lavish vacation, but I know them. He doesn't have money. I just remember being so confused because I was like, such and such works at the pharmacy making $9 an hour, complaining about, his 1989 Civic. But meanwhile, the pictures were saying just out here luxuriating once again in Miami. And I just remember being so confused. And honestly, I started to feel like, what am I doing wrong? Because that person can afford this and I seemingly can't afford that. But I remember that very, very, very on being confused about how people, I knew how they were living in real life versus what they were putting on social media, not realizing at the time that that was something it was going to develop into, this dual life that people portrayed as it relates to their finances,
Yeah. I don't think anything has driven that point home. The whole point of like social media is a curated lie that we tell the world, as much as like now that I'm a mom, every cute picture of my son, just bet that there was a tantrum before or after and I wanted to give him back to the uterus. Like, just no. And my own mother, when she saw it in person, when I was visiting her in July in St. Louis, and I'm a great photographer. I will toot my own horn. I love taking pictures. I always have, my dad's a photographer, blah, blah, blah. I take epic photos of Rio. And my mom is like, so this is how you do it. Like, that little beautiful smile is because like you've thrown something at him that now you have to clean up, or because he's just rubbed snot on you and he thinks it's hilarious. And she's like, yeah, now I see. Yeah. So everything is, I think you just have to, I'm able to consume social media now because I understand that. I'm like, okay, I know the real. And also
it's a lie.
It's a lie, or it's just what people want to show, but there's so much behind the scenes. I went on a walk this morning. I usually take my walks in the morning and I habit stack. You're proud of me. I habit stack.
Yes.
After I drop Rio off, I go to the park, do my little walk, and a girlfriend of mine she's a young mom too in my area, a black mom. And there's not a lot of us. And she and I have been talking about meeting up in the park for a while. She just had her second baby. Finally made it happen. And we just had we walked for about 4 miles in an hour and a half. And the conversations that we have, I mean, that's really where I think that you see what's happening behind people. And that conversation that I had, it just reminded me, between that conversation I had with this fellow mom and just like being there for her and for each other. And then yesterday when my butt ran over something, whoever let a shot put ball loose on the highway yesterday, 287 in Westchester, you can go to hell, because I ran over it, got my first flat tire of my whole life. And I had to, I was panicked because I, got the car towed, and then I had to pick up Rio from daycare an hour later, and I didn't have a way of getting him because we only had the one car. And my neighbor, fellow mom, I called her, Brianna, who I haven't talked to in a week. And I was like, Brianna, can you take me to pick up Rio? I don't, she has a car seat. So my neighbor took me to get Rio yesterday. And I just feel like those two back-to-back experiences just humbled me and reminded me, just get off the phone for a minute and connect with people. You never know who would benefit from just 10 minutes of you having a conversation with them. And also I needed that at the same time. And I feel like whenever I feel really good about myself, I got it going on, I got this, I got that, business is good, I have my stuff together, life has a way of just throwing you on your ass and reminding you that you need people.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No, I do.
When I say I was humbled, I'm in the passenger seat of my neighbor's car like a teenager. Carry me to Stop and Shop, because I also ordered groceries and now I have no way of getting them.
Yes.
So humbled.
Yes.
That's the shit that matters.
Yes.
Forget the icing, the jewels and all of that. Anyway. Hey, BA fam, y'all know these Zoom calls can really do a number on your time management, especially when you have to do your makeup right before a call. That's why I am so excited about our partner Thrive Cosmetics, because if you're going to have to do your makeup, it might as well be high performance beauty and skincare products that have been made with clean, skin loving ingredients. Thrive uses no parabens, no sulfates or phthalates, plus they're certified 100% vegan and cruelty free. I personally love their Bigger Than Beauty mission. With every product purchased, Thrive Cosmetic donates to help communities thrive. They have over 300 giving partners across the country supporting numerous causes. Now is a great time for you guys, BA fam, to try Thrive Cosmetics for yourself. Right now, you can get 15% off your first order when you visit thrivecosmetics.com/BA. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/BA to get 15% off your first order.
It's time for look, no, that's BAQA. I'm like, what's my Brown Boost Bell Break song? Oh girl, my brain. Well, we're just gonna cut straight to the straight.
Yeah.
It's time for a brown boost and brown break. So if you're new, just in case, when we're brown boosting, brown breaking, we're taking a break from the things that we're like, sis, no mas, yo no like, yo no say, I don't want it. And then brown boost is when we're like, woohoo, we love more of this, more. Yes, yes, yes. KKK, give it. So, we tend to be heavy brown boost here because, it's already breaking outside, but sometimes we do have a break. So you said you had a brown boost for us, Mandra?
I have a twofer. Are you going to do the appraisal one? Is that one of yours?
No.
Because we have to quickly mention this insane story. Whenever I get tagged in another one of these, like Black family got their home appraised, it came in a lot less, and then they had a white person stand in, and all of a sudden their house was worth twice as much. I constantly think, oh, we already talked about that. It's the same story. It's always a new one.
Always new one.
I can't believe that shit is still happening. But if you guys haven't seen it, this New York Times article came out last week. Home appraised with a Black owner, $472,000. With a white owner, $750,000. Craziness. So just brown break for all that. Brown boost to the family because they are suing the lender, Loan Depot. Even though these lenders, they hire, they have contractor appraisers that they, outsource the work to. It's still, their responsibility. So the family's actually suing Loan Depot. I hope that they, get their day in court or settle or whatever. But brown break for that. And then I wanted to do a brown boost because...
Well, let me just jump in real quick with that brown boost. So just so you know...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I'm working on a law. Remember, the same Angela V. McKnight, Assemblywoman Angela V. McKnight, I wrote the Budgetista Law A1414, making financial education mandatory for middle school students in the state of NJ, because New Jersey already has a high school law in place, right? So that same Assemblywoman hit me up when it happened to me. And so the law has officially become our appraisal potential law is now a bill. It's going to be voted on soon. So hopefully I'll have a second law under my belt and making it illegal to appraise a property based upon race, gender, sexual orientation, anything like that. And then on top of it, because I said the law has to include education, that I want this bill, which it does have included, that your realtor and the appraiser has to give you some sort of checklist of what you should expect from the appraisal process. And then what to do if you suspect that your appraisal has been done based upon, your race, your sexual orientation, your gender, whatever, what your recourse is. That has to be included in the appraisal. So that way the appraiser knows I'm on to you. And so that bill, let's all cross our fingers and hope that this bill becomes law, because if we can set precedent in New Jersey, then other states can look at that, can multiply it, and hopefully one day it can become a federal law, because our current administration has mentioned that they understand that the appraisal process is contributing to the racial wealth gap.
Yeah, that's so powerful. I'm glad you brought that up. Do you have a copy or a link to that bill?
I'm gonna, I was just thinking because usually there's a number. I'll text Angela today and do what's the number for the bill? Because you'll be able to Google it and then it'll pull up because she'd given it to me before and I saw it online and of course I forgot. But I'm gonna get it so next time.
It's a PDF out there. Because if we post that, then even now, before it even becomes a law, if you guys want to send this to your local assembly person or your local legislative people, I can't think of the words, representatives, just as an example. Even that it's in progress is powerful. So
yes,
look at you making changes. I'm just sitting here complaining. Tiffany's like, I got that. Move on. So my boost was going to be a fun one because Tiff, you don't really listen, in our relationship, we have so much going for us. But if I'm honest, something has always lacked for me. Can I be honest with you?
Okay, yes.
You don't love Beyonce like I do, Tiffany. And I can't.
I love Beyonce, but not like, I mean, I do love Beyonce, but I'm
like
not.
Me, Tim.
Yes, not like you.
So I have not been able to have my moment where I geek out with someone about the new Renaissance album until The Read finally came out of their hiatus. They have been off all summer long. It's a 2-hour episode. When I tell you, it fed my soul because they go track by track. That is what I've been wanting.
I listened to this. I actually started to listen to this morning. It's funny because I was like, dang, I know Kid Fury was away for mental health, which is awesome. It's awesome. He took that time away. But yeah, I was listening to this morning when I was doing my jump ropes, and I was just like, okay.
Yes.
All right.
They gave me what
I do
I'm
love
missing.
Beyonce, but I guess I'm not a Beyonce connoisseur, you know. I'm a fringe Beyonce stan. Like I have a card, but I can't find where it is. My card carrying card.
It's fine. And no one comes to Brown Ambition for us to talk about the Beyonce Renaissance album, but we do go to The Read for that. So if you're like me, a fellow Beehive member, and you just want to marinate in the beauty and the joy and the goddess that is Beyonce and her new album, The Read's latest episode, you will not be disappointed. I took my day off on Friday. The whole day I listened to that 2-hour episode, and after every 10-minute segment where they talked about a song, I listened to that song. Aww. And then I listened to the next segment. So Tiff, you know, but I believe in relationships. We can't expect each other to be everything. Yes. You know what I mean? So I hope you, I had to fulfill that part of me outside of the show.
I'm glad you found solace. I'm glad you found a place to be made whole again. And so I'm going to finish listening to the episode. And, you know, that way, you know, we can, you know, it's not too late. We can still chit chat about it, you know?
Okay.
Because you won't break my soul. So my boost, I have a two-part boost. First boost, I did a live today with Financial Times. It's a huge financial platform.
They got paper.
Yes, they got 7 million followers on Twitter and whatever on Instagram. But it was nice because we got to talk about personal finance, but of course, I'm U.S. centric because I'm, you know, born and raised here. But we, you know, Claire, who I think is the former editor in chief, or maybe she might still be. She, you know, brought she's from the UK, so we were able to talk kind of like internationally about what to do to prepare for the economic doom and gloom, if you will. And so it was a nice conversation, and it was nice to see, honestly, how many people were from so many countries. I'm from Italy. I'm from Saudi Arabia. So in the comments. So it was just a cool experience. So if you want to watch that, go to Financial Times on Instagram, and you'll be able to rewatch our live good times. And this is the first place I'm announcing this publicly. Are you ready? So yes. September 6th, you will be able to go on to Netflix and watch your girl in a documentary. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, low-key, high-key, low-key, if you go to Netflix right now and you type in, now get the name of this
Sorry.
This is what they named it. They love the name of my book, Get Good with Money.
Yeah.
That they named the documentary Get Smart with Money.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So the documentary follows
I don't have my Netflix passport saved in this computer.
It follows 4 folks who are struggling with their finances, and then they paired them with 4 different coaches. And I'm one of the coaches. The other coaches are Mr. Money Mustache, Paula Patton of Afford Anything. Ross. What's his name? I'm going to say his name wrong. His name is Ross. I'm going to get his name because I don't want to I feel bad about not having his name, and so we all have our own person that we help out. And it just was I've been taping it. I want to say Ross Mack, ROSS Ross Mack. So it was awesome. I think Ross, his guy was an ex-NFL player. My person was a dream catcher, Latina, super awesome. And she's just everyday mom, wife, struggling with her finances. Paula Patton, I think hers is an artist, and Mr. Money Mustache, he helped a couple. And so so if you go to Get Smart with Money, you just type in Get Smart with Money.
I think you mean Paula Pant. Paula Patton is Robin Thicke's ex, right?
Yes, I didn't mean Paula Pant. I want anything. But you know what? Yes. I just have to say, first of all, I love the diversity because Paula Pant, I'm almost positive she is Asian. Am I correct?
South Asian? Yeah.
Yeah, you know? And then obviously I'm a Black woman. Okay, undeniable. And then Mr. Money Mustache, he's a white dude. And then Ross what did I say his name? Ross Mack? Yeah, Ross Mack is an African-American Black man. So I love this diversity of financial experts that they tapped into. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the trailer is boom.com, if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. So Get Smart with Money comes out September 6th. I'll do some big old, I'm almost positive I'm going to have some sort of viewing party here in like, in Newark where I live, where, you know, like I'll rent out some theater or something like that and we'll watch together and we'll talk about it after. So I'm just like, I don't know. It's so like last night it hit me because I was watching the trailer and I was like, yo, you're on Netflix, Tiffany. And not just like, oh, here's a little, no. You are a main component of this. It's a Netflix film. Like they bought this documentary. You are a main component of this Netflix film. And I just am like, wow. It still has not sunk in, but it's crazy because it's like, it feels like you're a New York Times bestseller, Tiffany. You're on the cover of Money Magazine, Tiffany. You're an NWC award. You know what I mean? It's like, Tiffany, you used to be a preschool teacher. How the hell did we get here? I still don't know how, but I do know that I'm grateful and I can't wait to watch it with y'all. And like, I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm excited. I feel like in the background, I've been like, so when's that Netflix going to come out?
Of course, Mandi knew already.
I'll never forget when I saw you on Queer Eye and I wasn't expecting it. I don't know if I can ever recreate that magic, but it's like they gave you your own damn show because that little segment was so good when you did the financial. They don't usually do a financial makeover.
They don't. They've never done it before.
You know? In Queer Eye, but if you haven't, if you want like to get your fill of Tiff before this special on September 6th, Get Smart with Money. That what was that, season 3 of Queer Eye?
Yes,
what
it
was
was
the
like
guy's name?
episode
Do you
5.
remember?
Tariq.
Oh,
yep.
So
episode
good.
4 or 5,
I lost my shit. I was in tears. But yeah, so excited for you. That's huge.
Yeah,
huge.
It's crazy.
Huge.
Yeah. So there's bigger things to come,
watch
honestly.
party.
There's just the stuff that's unfolding lately. It's just been like, I don't know. You know how sometimes you just like, am I going the right way? And I call them God nods, and God be like, yes, you are, my child. You're like,
you reaping what you've sown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really what it is. It's like there's been 15 years of sowing in this space, and so like, you know, to reap this harvest is just like, you know, it's pretty awesome. So
that's why I don't get mad.
So let me, you know, tweet me and at me after you watch the trailer. Let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? After you watch the trailer, I would love your feedback.
The trailer in our show notes. We'll have to get a link.
Yeah, we can get it. The only thing is, like, you're gonna have to get your friends Netflix. So, so hopefully, as it gets closer to time, typically they'll post trailers on their YouTube. So when that happens, you know, I'll grab that link there. But for now, yeah, we can post a link. But like, unless you're logged into Netflix, they're like, "Girl, you can't watch right now." But
so we're going to see the transformation of this woman. Like, how long did you work with her for?
Like a year and some change. Wow. So some real transformation. Mm-hmm. And so I just can't wait for you to see because it's just beautiful. Like my girl Ariana, she's just awesome. We clicked. She was great. And so I have not seen anybody else's. I don't know their other, you know, their people. But it just, honestly, I just love that Netflix is really shining a light on financial transformation and what it actually looks like. Because at first I thought when the production company approached me that it was just for looks. And it was like, no, like when the cameras weren't on, I was coaching her and have you done your homework and let me know how that goes. And so I just love, what you see is actual true transformation. Like, no, this is where she is now. It's not just for the cameras. This wasn't done in 2 or 3 months. This was a year, like in some change. And so, yeah.
Congrats, Tiff. Yeah. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Well, that was the show. Be sure to catch us on Friday for BA Q&A. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube because we sound great. We look great too. Okay. Go to YouTube, search for Brand Mission Podcast to find our show. Until then, we'll see y'all next time.
Bye. Hey, BA fam. We're on YouTube. Woohoo. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel.
And while you're at it, why don't you go over to that little bell icon and just tap that for us. Show the BA fam how much you love us. And that way you'll also get notifications when new videos drop. Also, share the channel with a friend. We're always like, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And thank y'all so much again for all the support.